Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. What did we do last run? Might have been an I think it was probably an Eden run. But let's do another Eden run. I think we had like a good Eden run. I would like to have another good Eden run. Maybe we didn't have an Eden run. I don't know. We start with the White Pony, Humbling Bundle. That's a great start. No idea how much HP we have. There's our seed, by the way. 3BHHA6LK. I'll leave that up there for 3, 2, 1. Speed is through the roof. I'm not sure if that's a result specifically of having the pony. And we start with the, oh my god, we start with a lot of money, I'll put it that way. But we start with White Pony. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I really like having an early passive ability to fly. But there's some inertia involved, you know, now that I have it, it's going to be hard for me to get rid of it, even though there will be some items that are probably better. So, at least we got one of them, I guess, is where I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to focus on the positive. The only thing that truly scares me about this run right now is the fact that we have so freaking little idea of where we are HP-wise. We could be rolling out of control. We could have one Spirit Heart. Luck down. That's fine. We'll be looking for our item room right off the bat, and if only for peace of mind, I would really like to pick up an HP upgrade. Like, I don't even care if it's a truly crazy good HP upgrade, just any HP upgrade it'll do something for my perceived lack of confidence right now, but once we get that taken care of, it's all good. Hopefully, but maybe not. We'll see anyway. 2 extra keys. One of those probably for our shop. I mean, we have 20 cents. That's the hugest luxury that we have right now is, you know, Humbling Bundle has given us a stupid amount of consumables and the ability to spend them in a way that we so desire. Hopefully. Range down. I mean, that's another bad, another spell of bad luck there, but that's not so bad. Okay, don't do that. Very stupid. Goat Head pickup, though, is crazy good. Didn't we start with the Goat Head early on our last run as well? I might be mistaken there. Hoping for like a Humbling Bundle subsidized 2-bomb pickup. That would be very nice if we could make that happen. It may or may not be possible. Excuse me. If you could die a little faster. If you could die... I mean, you know there was that James Bond movie, Die Another Day. If you like that movie, we're going to have to agree to disagree. I saw that in 8th grade. It was like one of the first times that I'd ever gone. Obviously, we have some Spirit Heart action going on here. It was one of the first times I've ever gone to the movie theater, not by myself, but with my friends, and there was a girl there that I liked. It was the perfect situation. It was opening night, and still, I didn't like it. So, you know, you've got some explaining to do. That scene where he, like, you know, goes windsurfing on the shores of Iceland or Sweden or whatever country it takes place in. There's ice involved, and it's not Canada, I can tell you that much. I don't want them to die another day, no, I want them to, like, die right now, preferably, would be for the best. We'll get Blue Map, we'll get Champion Belts, and we'll take Rusted Key and move on from there. We still haven't been to our item room, we still have no bombs. Both Blue Map and oh my god, I'm actually really scared now, because a very common Eden start is 2 HP, both in the form of Spirit Hearts. We gotta kill something here, man. We gotta knock out some of these flies, or we could easily find ourselves dead pretty soon. Admittedly, if we died, it would be straight up 100% our own faults. That helps out a lot. It would be 100% our own fault because, you know, the whole thing where I took damage on that fire twice in a row would probably come back to bite me in the ass a little bit. I didn't even see that bomb. I got lucky. Not going to use... Ooh, careful. Not going to use our... well, let's try 2 of Hearts, just in case it makes a difference. But were there not bombs back there? Or were those keys and I just had, like, a serious brain fart? Must have been keys. Yeah, we're not going to use the White Pony effect. This is just getting ridiculous at this point. We're not going to use the White Pony effect against... Pride, or we didn't use it against Pride because we're going to save it and use it against whoever our boss ends up being, and that did about 50% damage here. That's acceptable. Jesus Christ. The cancer pickup may actually be what keeps us alive here. We're very lucky in the sense that we don't actually have to worry about a deal with the devil because, well, we don't have to worry about getting a deal with the devil at least because we have Goat Head, but we have to worry about keeping our HP high enough that we can actually do something about deals with the devil. For now, there's no such luck. Or no such worry, I guess, because on the first floor, Goat Head doesn't work. I still think that should be changed about Goat Head. It's already OP. Why not make it just a little bit more OP? Let you have Goat Head, you know, pay out with the deal with the devil on the first floor and pay out with the deal with the devil on the cathedral. On the chest, it doesn't really matter, because in most situations, you would beat Blue Baby and then just leave, but still. We got meat. Meat's alright. Again, we don't have to worry too much about having the HP to qualify for a deal with the devil, so why don't we just come along here? And it's no problem. If I could get you to pay out, I would like it. A single, yep. Oh, we didn't quite get the secret room there. That's alright, though. We're at 8 cents. And nothing to do with it there, but maybe we can save a key, although I don't really want to save a key. I'd rather save a bomb, I guess, at this point. Alright, very happy to have the ability to fly for this room. I will say that for all the positives on this run, and between Goat Head, Humbling Bundle, and a passive, well, not passive, sorry, but an ability to fly, it's a really, really nice start as Eden. Our damage, even including the meat pickup, is not particularly strong. That can change pretty quickly, though. I do think that it's probably worth using the Forget-Me-Now on this floor. We'll lose the ability to fly, so it would be nice to even, you know, trade away most of our HP just to get, like, a Spirit of the Night or something like that. I guess I'll buy a key. We probably won't need it, and I definitely don't want another range down pill, but, yeah, if we could just get any ability to fly, it would be awesome, but even if we don't get an ability to fly, it'll probably still be cool. I don't know. We'll try it, you know, I just kind of, I deal with this as it comes. I don't need to psych myself out necessarily right now. We'll definitely open this, and that's going to pay out nicely for us. And this is like the perfect counter for Larry Jr. I think we pretty much ran the train on him. Screw is a decent upgrade, and no Spirit of the Night. Necronomicon instead. Man. Well, we took it for Deal with the Devil precedent. We have no ability to buy a Spirit Heart here, right? Maybe an Eternal Heart? That would be really helpful. Okay, that's extremely good. That actually gives us a pretty good shot at maybe not dying on the next floor. And Deal with the Devil precedent is nice. Goodbye. Fair. Conquest. White Pony. You know the idea. It's been fun, sort of. I'm thankful for your support. Speed is much lower now. However, we got a blood bank on this floor, which is nice, and we can bomb our way through here, possibly blow up the slot machine at the same time, and get a really, really nice turn of events, actually, from it, although I still need bombs more than anything else. Range down. Amnesia. What is going on with the pills here? 3 range downgrades stuck in that secret room. That's just embarrassing. It's not really, I mean, it's not my fault, I'm just saying. I'm embarrassed for the game that it feels like it has to pull out all the stops just to stop little old me from building a tiny streak here. Hold me closer, tiny streaker. Why do you express yourself with nudity? Doesn't really fit the, you know, the feel of the song, but you get the idea. I'm going to continue playing this blood bank. I know that there's a curse room available. I can't really afford to go to it right now. 37 cents is pretty awesome, though. Like, financially, we're already so sorted pretty much exclusively as a result of Humbling Bundle, or at least, like, predominantly as a result of Humbling Bundle. 39 cents. Let's just get these guys to come up here. You are engaging in a little bit of advanced AI that I am not necessarily a huge fan of, and I would appreciate it if you had not done that. However, it is what it is. That is extremely dangerous. I know there's another red heart back there, but if you're wondering why my commentary, apart from the Tiny Dancer interlude, is a little bit stunted right now, I think it's because I'm like right on the verge of death consistently, but it's not a bad run. It's a great run for potential. We're just a little bit, oh, that helps out a ton. We're just a little bit on the wild side right now, like, you know, we're shooting the moon right here. We're doing the heart strategy of putting ourselves in as much disadvantage as possible because it could allow us to slingshot into a terrible advantage in a good way later. Usually don't hear terrible used in a good way, but this time we're gonna do so. I'm happy to have Book of Sin. It's a solid spacebar item if you have no other options, which we don't. And that might come in handy if we go back to our blood bank. I might like to do so. I mean, there's no real reason why not to. And we should... This is pretty much my philosophy. Why not buy, like, everything in here, basically? Although, I don't really want to get the bottle of pills. Like, those have historically been pretty terrible. Range downgrade pills and a bunch of freaking amnesias. What do you think I am? Frictional games? That was the worst bomb I've ever placed. Well, no, it didn't actively hurt me, so I have placed worse bombs than that in actuality. I shouldn't have even picked up that spirit heart yet, because there's a good chance we'll, you know, not want to lose it going into the curse room. But we get Little Steven, and the Krampus fight. Was this all worth it? That's debatable. We got a spacebar. We got Little Steven. Can't take that away from me. We got money. We got a spacebar item that I wouldn't have had or wouldn't have had to have if we still had the ability to fly. Yeah, we got the battery out of it. I don't know. And we got Lump of Coal. Lump of Coal is nothing to sneeze at necessarily. So let's sacrifice one full spirit art to come in here, and that definitely does not make it all better. Just don't accidentally kill yourself on this room. More HP would make me feel better about the situation. Admittedly, you know, another 12 cents for HP that is not even necessary for us is alright as well, but it's not quite the draw that I was expecting there. Let's head down. And that's HP we need. And we'll just immediately head down to the next floor. Kind of a weird start here. I feel like I should feel strong, but I don't really. I feel actually pretty weak. And it really isn't an exaggeration to say, you know, we got like a reverse Eminem lose yourself situation here. Like, imagine if in 8 Mile, Eminem wasn't like, you know, a down on his luck, you know, kid trying to make his way in the rap game. Imagine if he was born with like a silver spoon in his mouth. And it was like, if you only had one chance to like completely shit up your life, would you take it? I'm hoping that the answer for us is no, but I actually don't know quite yet whether or not that's going to be the case. It'll depend to some extent what happens on this floor. I think I may actually... I'll take this. I'm going to Emperor card right away. My reasoning being, I want the boss upgrade as soon as possible, and I want the chance to take a deal with the devil when I'm at my best, basically, because it could end up having a pretty huge, like, domino effect on the rest of the run. Okay, so a speedball pickup is good. We were quite slow. I can't really afford to take Gimpy. And, I mean, it's not really that annoying. It's not like not picking up Gimpy is going to be catastrophic for us here, probably. Don't walk on the spikes. Extremely important. You don't walk on the spikes. Just got to have balls of steel on this floor, on this room. Probably this floor is correct. That's dangerous. It's alright. Don't walk on the spikes. A lot of enemies can kill us in one hit now. Becomes a pretty dangerous situation in here. What happened to the days picking up an early Death's Touch? What happened to the days in early ceremonial robes just to make us feel more secure in ourselves, game? We're not dealing with that shit anymore. We're doing early game Book of Sin pickups. Who cares? That doesn't do anything for me. Well, I shouldn't say that. That shop might be helpful as well. And, you know, I feel bad that I insulted Book of Sin into giving me an item, but hey, whatever works, I guess. We're going to take Mom's Purse. We're going to take Piggy Bank. Why take Piggy Bank? We're planning on playing some Blood Banks, and if it gives us even more money, you know, why not, basically. Piggy Bank is like, it's almost the way I originally felt about the ladder in vanilla. Like, if you don't have a, ooh, careful. A, reroll, so if you're not Isaac in vanilla, the ladder for me becomes almost like a, financial decision. I'll buy the ladder for 15 or 7 cents. Will it pay for more than, well, will it generate more than 15 or 7 cents for me? Usually the answer is yes, so sometimes I would have a tendency to buy it, even though it wasn't my favorite item. That's how I feel about the piggy bank. You know, we don't have a reroll or anything like that. Is buying the piggy bank going to return more than a piggy bank's worth of value? Yeah, probably. I mean, it was 15 cents. It returns like 3 right off the bat. I'd be surprised if it didn't return, you know, up to 15. And even if it doesn't, you know, we got the capital to live it up here without worrying too much about it regardless. Figure we might as well explore a little bit. By the time we decided to take that Forget-Me-Now on the second floor, it was pretty clear that we were probably not going to be too worried about finishing this run in record time. We've had a lot of very quick runs lately, and it might be nice to slow it up a little bit and have a run that doesn't just, you know, ball out of control super quickly. As much as I love those runs, it's nice to get a little bit of the flip side as well. Crawl space? Nope. Not my favorite red chest there. Of course, with the left hand, we're hoping to basically will Guppy into existence here. Could happen. Empress card, alright. Just stand back here. And one extra bomb from Book of Sin. It pales in comparison to the stuff that we're generating normally anyway, but it's okay. The Empress card will be useful in the future. It's gonna be... as always with Curse of the Lost, it's like, man... You don't know how long it is. Like, the floors seem long, but I think it's... Ooh, geez, Louise. We could probably actually afford to take Gimpy maybe now. We'll see, though. Guppy's Collar, very happy to have. And there's some payout from Piggy Bank as well. But, oh, careful. Fire Mine, thanks to $3 bill. $3 bills, is that like... That's gotta be like a wrestler's name, right? $3 bill? He'd be like phony or something like that. He'd be like a heel, but he'd be a, he'd play it for comedic effect. Let's put it that way. Might end up relying on Guppy's Collar for the respawn here. But what I was getting at is, like, if you have Amnesia or Curse of the Lost, which unfortunately we've been afflicted with, like, quite a lot here. I'll do it because maybe the secret room could be here. Hey, lucky us. And this could be a ton of money, or... Yeah, it's a ton of money. That was one bomb for like 30 cents then. That's acceptable. Maybe 30 is a little bit of an exaggeration. But Amnesia or Curse of the Lost is like driving in a tunnel when you've never driven in it before. I think we're down here. It's like, you can't see where you're going, and you don't have any mental approximation of how long it should take, so it feels longer, is the way I always think of it. It's almost like, I'm not going to take Gimpy here. It's just not worth the risk, I think, even though I said we might earlier. It's like, we're getting 2 levels deep in analogies here, but it's like listening to a long song, as I've, made it a comparison to that earlier as well. It's like when you're listening to like a 12-minute long song or, an orchestral piece, you're like, man, this is freaking long. But then the next time you know all the beats, it's, like, not the literal beats, but the beats within the music, like, this is where this happens, this is where this happens. It all of a sudden becomes a little bit simpler, and a little bit shorter, I should say, because you've got some expectation. It always seems like a long journey when you don't know where you're going, let's put it that way, and especially when you've never made the journey before. And you can adapt that, into a more general context if you want to as well. Like, put that on the Crab Nebula and upload it to inspirationalpictures.us. A journey, and remember, a journey always seems the longest when you don't know where you're going. Wait, that actually seems like something demotivating about that. Come on, good pills. That's the best pill of all. And actually, I'm happy to have Mini Mush as well. Puberty, as far as neutral pills go, could be worse. Kane's other eye, Kane's inner eye, Kane's nearsighted friend. I've got a lot of names for this item. Some of them are correct, most of them are not. It's not good. I don't know how you could really have a soft spot for this item because largely it just does nothing. Very little. Whether or not it was worth the key is even a question. However, we've gotten it. Let's just be content with that. We'll definitely take BFF. That might make it a little better. Pick this up. Why don't we pay 5 cents? And that 5 cents granted us an Emperor card, which I think does outclass the Empress card. And if we're not going to actually have the Death's Touch, this is a nice little added benefit then. Nice little side project in $3 bill. But I have faith. We've already paid the Krampus tax. We're starting to get some HP under our belt. Magic Mushroom's a huge help. We're dealing good damage. We haven't been to our curse room, but we will go to our curse room, and I'm excited to do so. Stand way the heck back here. Well, that's a weird location for the secret room to join up. Little surprise, but that's okay. 52 cents. If I can pick that up, I'm allergic to money, apparently. I like when these guys have one of the champions that explodes, because you already don't want to be too close to them, so you can get a chain reaction. That's a range downgrade, if I remember correctly. We got triple shot here. It's no 2020, it's no Death's Touch, but as far as $3 bill effects go, You can do a lot worse. And there we go. Deal with the devil, very important here. Blood clot, it's okay. And guppy. Oh, it's all worth it. Okay, 2 spirit hearts and guppy's tail makes me very confident that we're gonna become guppy. We gotta do our due diligence though. We're gonna scrape back here. Go pick up whatever we can. I don't really want to pick up magic fingers, but what is it now? It's Catacombs 2. Starting to get, like, I feel comfortable in that room now, which is rare. I never thought that would happen. Yeah, we'll go to our cursed room. I don't think we need to donate just yet. We can start donating money on Depths 1 or, well, ideally Depths 2, but Depths 1 if we're worried about greed. So we did just become guppy. Always happy when that happens. And that pretty much sets our win up here. And you know what? I think that means as well that I can probably leave Book of Sin behind and roll with Guppy's Paw instead, so I can put myself in the permanent Spirit Heart invincibility state when necessary. Now, what I would really like to see is increased rate of fire. But at this point, I can probably stop asking for things because we're in an amazing position as is, and it just makes me seem greedy. I mean, on this floor alone, 2 guppy items to complete the guppy trifecta, and then, well, not temporally, but you get the idea. Magic Mushroom, BFF, like, these are huge helps for us. Still don't have any respawns, but we're very, very unlikely to need them at this point. This should be another win, and I'm starting to, you know, get ready. Get scared. I'm starting to get my confidence back under me here for, Rebirth, and that's good. It's a welcome return, let's put it that way. Another Curse of the Lost doesn't bother me as much as it would have mere moments ago. Fire Mind. God, I hate this item now. I don't know if there's ever been an item in Rebirth, or in Rebirth or Vanilla for that matter, where I've gone completely like 180 degrees. Yeah, I'm dropping the left hand. Where I've gone completely 180 degrees on how I feel about it. Maybe not, like, super quickly, but with a lot of passion. Like, Fire Mind I actively dislike now. I take it all the time because it's kind of interesting and weird. And it forces you to play differently, which is, like, my #1 criteria for items that are, I don't know, cool in spite of not being necessarily that good. However, I think Fire Mind is objectively... I hesitate to say objectively bad. It's much easier to objectively champion an item than it is to objectively condemn it, right? But I think it's worse than Bob's Brain. I would rather have Bob's Brain than Fire Mind, because it's got like a more demonstrable tell, I think, of when it's actually going to blow up in your face. But I used to think it was awesome. And, you know, it's got damage over time associated with it. It's not useless. I would just rather not have it most of the time. But it's a bit of a weird thing, because in this situation, you know, it's just part of the benefit for us. Yeah, I guess we'll take this. It's part of the... Actually, it's not a benefit. It's the cost of having a $3 bill. You get some sweet tier effects, but then occasionally, you know, fuck you. Here's Fire Mind. It's not so bad. We can live with it. Infamy pickup is nice. Joker card, I really wanted to take the Emperor card with me because we have had a history of just, you know, it speeding up our runs like fucking crazy. Yeah, Tomo? You agree? I'm not sure if you guys could even hear that, but anyway, I'm with you. I'm with you, Tomo. Everyone, well, not everyone, but the run should be whimpering right now because we're in a fantastic position. I think it should be a little bit frightened about what's about to happen to it. Nothing sinister. I'm just gonna defeat it in you know, heated combat here, as mandated by the Isaac Rebirth National Hockey League. That probably doesn't make any sense now that I think about it. Ludovico technique. Very interesting. We've had this a decent amount recently. Ludovico technique plus lump of coal is very strange. Also, plus Fire Mind is terrible. But it's good. It's weird, though, because the further we get away from the tier, the more damage it'll do. Also, we could really, really use a tiers upgrade now because it's doing a terrible job of spawning as many flies as I would like it to spawn. Our damage is great, but the flies themselves are not quite getting it done. Safety pin, not really what I was looking for. Razor blade, like, definitely not. I don't even want the black card, so we'll just head down to the next floor. And it's not like I can do anything with this Joker card that I couldn't do as is anyway, until the Cathedral. Which is why I wanted the Emperor card. I was like, if we get like a blank card or something like that, we can use this to really speed up the process and make our run that much more exciting. Good, really good use of 2 keys there. I think you got to admit that that's probably up there on the best plays of the game, with me running into the fire 2 or 3 times without knowing how much HP I have and possibly ended up, you know, or ending up killing myself. Luckily, it worked out. Largely, again, because of the fact that this has just been an insanely good Ludovicio technique start. This is like... The Humbling Bundle start is crazy. I know we could get all 3 of these with the same bomb if I took the time to push them. Suicide King is a card that I actually kind of enjoy because I really like the meta of, like, you know, killing yourself on a run to get advantages. But Suicide King Guppy's Collar is just a recipe for disaster. You're gonna end up being disappointed. I'm gonna play the Demon Judgment. We're gonna get more Spirit Hearts. I would like to see what Demon Judgment could pay out with. And yeah, that was definitely worth 1 Spirit Heart. In my opinion, at least. You might disagree. I would love to see your reasoning for that. Maggie's Faith. I mean, you could make a pretty good case for it, considering we'd have Maggie's Faith in addition to Guppy's Paw. But I'm content with the speed upgrade. Very dumb of me. I'm content with the speed upgrade right now, and Maggie's Faith, it's weird. I don't like it in the late game. I don't like to have to manage it. I like to be able to play blood banks and not have to sweat the consequences. And on a run like this where the win is already pretty much guaranteed, like, what does it matter, you know? I am looking for tinted rocks, like this one, for example. We still have not gotten small rocks, so that would be nice. But also Guppy's Tail paying out with, you know, amazing things like Bob's Brain. Which I'll remind you, I don't think there's any reason to pick up Bob's Brain. Because it actually still sticks in the pool in spite of the fact that you pick it up. It, to the best of my knowledge. Might be mistaken, don't think I am, though. We're at full money. Now we have 2 Joker cards. Can't really do anything with that. Good pills? Is this for real? No. We got some range upgrades with Ludovicio technique. You might consider that good. I'm a little bit on the fence about it. The shop is important. I should have donated on the last floor because there's a really good chance we've got greed here. And if we've got the cash, it just burns to not be able to donate it. So I'm actually very happy that this worked out the way it did. We'll pick this up and then we'll just wedge ourselves behind here. Alright, yeah. Seems like when you got cash, you really don't get much of a chance to donate it. I left a little money behind there. That's, you know, that's just good form. Good manners. Let's take the Joker card with us. Alright, how quickly is Mom going to fall here? Very, very quickly. Appears to be the answer. We gotta take Brimstone Ludo, right? Just because it's weird? Yeah, it's weird. And I love this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, down to the next floor. Again, this is a nice position to be in. Runs unlosable. Well, that's not totally true. Curse of the Blind could screw us a little bit. Now we're actually spawning a lot of flies. The flies are going to be doing more damage, and we're going to have a larger like area of effect for our tiers as well. This is really like the textbook example of balling out of control. If your textbook is full of like weird shit that happens once every 100 times, which is probably not good, if I had to guess. But you know, I'm not an educator anymore. I don't know. If I would agree with that. But anyway, let's just hang out back here, wait for the enemies to come to us. That makes life easy. The only thing that kind of sucks is that our shots... I can fly. Why am I just leaving myself, like, in the middle here to be hit? The only thing that kind of sucks is that our speed is still relatively low. But it's a pretty minor condition, all things considered. Let's see if we can maybe get small rock here. No, but an extra Spirit Heart is none too shabby. Can't really do too much at all with that battery. We got one more deal with the devil. This one will be entirely Spirit Hearts, which is actually great. Well, it'll be red chest maybe, but if it's any items, it'll be any guaranteed items, they'll be Spirit Hearts, which is much better for me because I can actually afford more than one of them. And if we get HP from the boss, then I can take it and pick up 3 Spirit Hearts, which is basically a free deal with the devil in Spirit Hearts from them. But Again, you'll forgive me, but I'm struggling a little bit to... Excuse me? You broke the rules there? I'm struggling a little bit to come up with anything that makes the commentary, like, more heated in the moment because, you know, it's looking pretty good. I will say it's absolute horse hockey that our flies just busted themselves up on the side there instead of going for the weak point. Pentagram? Sure, lovely. And if it's HP, whatever. Mom's heals. That's not that exciting. But, you know, if it was HP, it's worth 3 Spirit Hearts. Is that really worth that much for us either? Not really. I would say so. Man, it is actually, like, difficult to see. I'm actually, like, a little annoyed by how big our tier is here because it's a pain in the ass to actually, like, have all of our stuff blocked. Like, I can't see what I'm doing, man. I'm not re-rolling this run. Don't make me re-roll this run. Guppy's heads. Yeah, I mean... Guppy's paw could theoretically be useful for us. I mean, I can see some situations in which it would cause some problems, you know. What if we get Curse of the Blind on the chest and then we pick up some HP? But Guppy's head has more, like, obvious and guaranteed use. Nice room for us. Thank God we picked up the quarter. Now we can only pick it up, you know, 900 times on the rest of the run. However many times we end up fighting that greed room. Oh, man, Spoonbender. My favorite. Full health. Not useful, like, at all. Tammy's head. This has got to be what we take here. Yeah, okay. If it wasn't busted before, this is just ridiculous. I thought an enemy almost survived for a second there. I'm not even going to bother picking up the consumables, because at this point, who am I min-maxing for, man? Who am I trying to impress with this run? Like, are you seeing this? And again, oh, another run that's going to grind us down a little bit. It could be nice to actually be put up against the game in a more dangerous context, and then all of a sudden... just crazy good items that make it pretty much impossible for us to lose. Pandora's box on the cathedral gives us Lazarus's rags. Could be worse. Could be a lot better. Balls of steel, range upgrade. All right, boss fight appears like it might be over here somewhere. That was really nice. I like that. It was like it survived, but then one of the flies came over. It was like, hey, how you doing? You did. Sorry. And we're actually gonna, like, this run is clearly insanely strong. But we're also, it's even stronger than it looks. Because I'm just generating so many flies that never even get used. Well, they might get used on this room now. But they never get used because I just kill all the enemies with Tammy's head as soon as possible. That's up there for the fastest Isaac kills I think we've ever done. You know, 4 floors deep on this run, I was not thinking that this was going to be one of the most powerful runs we've ever had, but here we are. Kamikaze, Blood of the Martyr, Parasite, Libra. I'm not going to take Libra. People get mad at me when I take Libra. That's a big, like, no-no for me taking items. Is this going to make people furious? Sometimes I'll take an item that makes people furious if it gives us a much better chance of winning or having a fun time. Cursed Eye, for example. I'll let you figure out what category that I consider that one to fall into. However, I don't really think Libra helps us in this situation. In almost every situation where we don't have soy milk, in almost every situation where we don't have soy milk, I think Libra ends up hurting us. At least that's been part of my experience. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's also really beautiful here. We can make, like, you know, a country's flag or something. Money equals power. I'll take BBF. I don't really care. Money equals power is obviously extraordinary considering we have, you know, literally 99 cents right now. Those shots look so cool. Like, I want to get more items. D10 is pretty bad. Doesn't reroll any bosses here. But, you know, hot bombs? Sure, there's something to be said for that. Hot bombs. Well, you should pick up the bombs if you're going to get hot bombs. Yo, this is all for BBF, man. We got BFF and BBF, and the FCC won't let me be or let me be me on MTV, and they try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. I haven't heard that song in maybe like 40 years. Literally, I remember when it came out back in 1975. That was Eminem's third album. Pitchfork rated it the 11th best album of the 70s. I think Eve's Mascara is hilarious for us here. Our damage is going to be through the roof. And who cares about, you know, your rate of fire, I guess, when you have Tammy's head. So, like, everything's going to be coming out instantly. mean, we pretty much just one-shot the bloat in like a fraction of a second there. As if one fire mine was not enough. How about we take 2 fire mines here? Potentially. I actually want to do the big room. Just to see what we might get. I'm really glad we're getting these items out of it. I mean, Game Kit is meaningless, but Scorpio makes our O-ring look pretty sweet, if you know what I mean. Can't believe we didn't get more kills there. We did summon about 1,000 flies from that one little moment in time. Shoop de whoop, no thank you. Gotta be getting very close to the end. To one-hit the double cage room is exceptionally satisfying. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not D100ing my run. I'm sorry to break it to you. But this is a run that I feel that, I don't know if I earned might be a little bit of a strong word. But it's a run that I've engineered. And as a result, I'm going to keep it that way. Super, super fast kill there on Blue Baby. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.